Greetings, TheWarOwl greets you, and welcome to How to Play Counter-Strike Global Offensive. This time, we'll be going over the economy of the game. That's right, there's an economy to Counter-Strike, and understanding it is paramount to playing with a team. I'm going to split this video up into 3 different parts. An overview of the general economy principles, an in-depth look at the early game scenarios, then a look at the mid-game. First, I'll go over the general economy principles you should be aware of, so that the other 2 tutorials make sense. First and foremost, the most important thing to remember is, your money is not your money. It is your team's money. If you can't play with that mentality, you have no right playing competitive. Counter-Strike is a team-based game. You win as a team, or you lose as a team. So a decision about what to do with your money should always consider what your team is doing. Whether or not they're saving for the round, or whether you need to buy a weapon for a teammate, which you will have to do at times, you have to understand the current state the game is in. Or at least have one player on the team who's calling what to buy, and have everybody follow that one person. The economy of the game is based around the concept of money. Every player has money that they need to spend on weapons and equipment in order to kill people. You should probably already know that, though. You really should, because that's kind of the whole game. That's Counter-Strike right there. Money, buy things, kill people, get more money, rinse and repeat. Much better than Call of Duty, where you just sort of spawn with it. Alright, so you get money in the game by killing enemies, completing objectives, winning or losing. That's right, you get money for losing, but not as much as winning, so always try to win. This spreadsheet will show you how much money you get for each action. That's boring, WarOwl. Well, what do you expect? You clicked on a video with economy in it, this is what you get. Spreadsheets. Spreadsheets and shooting people. My 2 favorite things. Oh yeah. Okay, so first, I'm going to be going over what all of these values mean. Then, in the next 2 tutorials, I'll go over the hypothetical situations so you understand how to apply them. So, when you kill an enemy, there is an immediate money reward. You only get 100 with the AWP, which balances the weapon. The AWP is a very powerful weapon, as you probably already figured out by getting killed with it from a mile away. Or kilometer. I know that some of you folks are watching this who use kilometers. So we shall use metric and whatever the other one is called. Okay, it's a one-hit kill anywhere but the legs. So how do you balance a weapon like this? Make it expensive and don't give as much money for getting frags with it. Next is the P90 at 300, which is no money boost or loss. Think of it this way. All weapons start at 300 reward a frag. This goes for the rifles, the pistols, the P90. The AWP has a penalty to it of 200, so you only get 100 at the end of the day. SMGs, besides the P90, have an extra reward of 300, so that's 600 in total per frag. Shotguns have an extra reward of 600, making it give you 900 per frag. Wowzers. This makes SMGs and shotguns what we call eco-weapons, or economy weapons, both because they are cheaper than the main rifles, and because you get more money for getting frags with them, and also because they're pretty good against people who do not have armor or helmets. Pistols have no extra money for kill. They are at 300, just like the AK-47 and M4. That may be difficult to wrap your mind around because it's a little bit strange. It seems like pistol is harder to kill somebody, so you should get extra money. But you have to consider how the game works. First round, everybody's using pistols. You don't want all that extra money in the first round. And it's also because they're a secondary weapon. You can hold one when you use the AK-47. I could see a strategy emerge if you get extra frags with a pistol, hopping around with the scout, shooting once, pulling out the pistol, and finishing the guy off. I can see that as stuff like that. So that's why it's that way. It's a secondary weapon. And the knife has an extra reward of 1,200, making it give you 1,500 per frag. Well, that's a lot. So if you have an opportunity to knife, it isn't just for lulz and trolls. There is a reason behind it. Yes, there is a reason why, if you're watching pro players and they see the opportunity, they're gonna go for the knife, because you get quite the pretty penny for it. And yes, it's hilarious. Humiliation. If you kill a teammate, however, you lose $3,300, which is a lot, so don't do that. Alright, now for the objectives. I split this into rewards for your team and individual player rewards. For doing an individual objective, defusing a bomb or planting a bomb, you're going to get 300 extra individually in your own stash. The same as a frag, so planting a bomb or defusing it is the same as getting a frag. The winning a round standard amount is 3,250, and 250 extra to that, making it 3,500 if you do it through a bomb defusal or a bomb explosion. Now you probably see something interesting in this chart. The losing rounds in a row. Like, what is that? This means if you lose a round, then you lose the next round directly after it, you get a money bonus. This is what I call the blue shell effect. The more rounds you lose in a row, the more money you get each round, starting at 1,400 up to 3,400 for 5 rounds lost in a row, which is surprisingly more money than you would get for winning. This provides a very interesting dynamic to the economy game that I'll get into in the third tutorial in this series. Yes, stay tuned for tutorial 3 and I'll explain the blue shell effect in action and where the name comes from. So you had something to look forward to, don't worry. There are 2 very important little rules to remember when thinking about the economy that can make or break your team. If your team plants the bomb, you get an extra 800 for your team if you lose the round. That is what is meant by getting bomb plant for money. Teams will try to get the bomb planted just to get that extra money, even if they lose that round, even if they get destroyed. You've probably seen this while watching professional players and wondered what they were doing. They all run into the site at the same time, throw a smoke down, they have no chance of winning this thing against like a full buying team, and they do it all just to plant the bomb. They do that for that extra money. Also, as a terrorist, if you survive the round and the timer runs out, you get nothing! You lose! Good day, sir! This rule was added to prevent players from buying weapons and then hiding in their spawn to save so that you get the money the next round. Yes, it happened in professional level matches, and yes, it was hilarious. Everyone's watching going, what are these people doing? They just all ran away and hid in the corner, in the middle of it, and then people are just like, what? And yeah, the reason for that is the rule forces terrorists to go, or GTFO. Alright, that's a basic overview of how the economy works in CSGO. We pretty much just went over how to get money. We didn't really talk about how to spend money. So, in the next tutorial, I'll be discussing the early game, and we'll apply some of these principles to hypothetical situations, so you can figure out when you're in game what you should be buying. Once again, understanding the economy is paramount to playing the game with a team. You need to know what to buy and when. Have you ever had folks yelling at you for buying something and wondering why they're yelling at you? Or just played the game and just wondered why people were so mad and angry at you? It's because you didn't watch this tutorial series. Click on the annotation link or the link in the video description to go to part 2. I'm TheWarOwl, and I still have no closer.